Hello. So, I'm here to talk about another tip that I learned from Dave and Shannon when I got typed. And that is, as an NE demon, I'm often afraid to just guess. I feel like I need to get it right. I feel like I need to have the sensory proof. But Dave and Shannon said that for most things in life, treat it as if you have many guesses that you can make. Feel free to guess and guess again. Because for most things, you don't have to get it right immediately. It's okay to experience that trial and error process and make mistakes and get things wrong. So, for example, when I'm in the library and a customer comes up to me and they are asking for a book recommendation or a recommendation of a particular website that does a certain thing, I used to feel the pressure that I had to give them the perfect book or the perfect website, the perfect whatever it was they were asking for. And you don't have to. And it's okay to give them multiple suggestions. And we're not an expert on anything. You can even, you know, treat it more as a trial and error approach. Say, well, I think you might like this, or I think this might work for you. And then, and then, use that play to ping off each other. And then the other person says, well, actually, I was looking for a little more like this for a book, maybe something a little shorter. Um, and then you can kind of refine it and get closer and closer to what they're looking for. And that's where the multiple guesses comes in. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect right away. And even when I'm typing people in the class, I used to feel this pressure to try to get it all the way down to 512. And it's like I hardly know this person and you want to narrow it down to 512. And I found that when I was typing the last week's class subject, Rana Kalyubi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's just a guess. That's just a guess how it's pronounced. But I didn't know. I didn't know what she was on a level of 512, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I didn't make a typing video of her, but I did try to type her, um, and I was able to narrow it down to at least that she was Savior Sensing, and then I saw the hint that she was Savior DI, and then I also figured that she's probably not double masculine. She kind of has a feminine vibe, and she didn't seem blast last, so that still leaves a lot of types left over. So, in other words, I'm guessing a whole bunch of types that she could be. She could be like SEFI or SIFI, and it's okay to have a lot of guesses on the board. That's what I'm trying to say here. Or with my board game group that I sometimes go to, sometimes we'll be playing a game and sometimes the rules are kind of ambiguous. So we're just not sure. We read it multiple times, but we encounter a certain scenario and and the scenario doesn't fit into the rules anywhere. Maybe the rule makers never thought of it or it never came up. And we're like, what do we do? And and yeah, you could, you know, contact the manufacturer of the board game and ask them, but that's not always practical, especially when you're playing it right there and you just want to move on. Or even just going to Google takes time. So I think it's okay sometimes to just guess or make a house rule. Say, well, we're just going to do it like this. We think it might be like this. And I think that's okay. So yeah, so especially if you're demon intuition like me, if you have it at the bottom like me, remember that it's okay to make some guesses and some leaps, and you may not always be able to have all the sensory proof, at least not right away. Okay, I will see you later. If you want more videos talking about how to deal with Demon N, subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.